A rack is a real game changer when it comes to bike packing. It lets you carry your stuff more spread out, which means that your bike can handle better, and it also lets you use your dropper post all the way, which is another thing that makes your bike ride better when you're all loaded down. Our lightweight rack is minimal, it's strong, and it opens a world of bike packing possibilities. Today we're going to look at some details on how to install this rear rack, so let's hop on in. Before we start, let's talk compatibility. Not every rack fits every bike. We have a nice drawing on the website at sklarbikes.com where you can check if this rack is going to fit your bike. There's some drawings on there, mainly the mounting point to the bed. Make sure your tire fits in there. We'll put a link in the video here. Let's talk parts. So your rack is going to come with the bed. It's going to come with 2 legs. These are identical, so no need to keep track of them. Then you should have a little bag with your aluminum struts and a nice little bag of hardware. We've got the strut hardware, which comes with each with a little washer and a nut. Then we have 4 M5 screws with a washer and a locking nut as well. These caps are also to protect the end of your struts after you chop them down if you don't want to clean them up nice. I don't really use these usually, but they are there just in case. Tools. The only tools we'll need for the rack are a 4mm Allen wrench and an 8mm box end wrench. A couple optional things that I like are blue Loctite and a 3-way wrench like this. Can be helpful sometimes, but not necessary. Also, on my racks, I like to switch out my 3mm cap screws for a socket head cap screw with a 4mm, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Wow, I feel like Martha Stewart. The first step is going to be to loosely assemble the legs to the bed. So notice that on the bed there is one hole here that's slightly shorter. You'll want that one to be facing the front of the bike. I like to put the legs on the outside of the bed just for a little bit more tire clearance, but it does not really matter if you want to go inside. So I'll just put in our screws, and then on the back side put a washer and a nut. And we just need a couple threads to hold this together before we tighten everything up. Now that everything's loosely assembled, we're going to tighten these 4 nuts. And it's important to remember you're not screwing in the screw, but you're backing the nut up against the rack. Now that it looks mostly like a rack, we just want to put on our strut hardware. I usually put these on from the inside with the nut on the outside, and that makes it easier to adjust. Now with these guys loosely on here, we can go to our bike and get everything fit up. This part I like to do on the ground because it's easier to get the rack nice and level. Here's a little trick. You can ski strap your rear wheel to your bike stand, and then it won't roll away. First, we're going to mount the rack using the 2 lower mounting points to the frame. The rack has 2 mounting points, which allows you to fine-tune the tire clearance if you want a little bit more or a little bit less. But we're going to get these just snuggled up so we can get the angle right. Then we will adjust the struts. You may need to spread out the legs of the rack a little bit. That's nothing to worry about. It's designed right kind of in the middle of all the different sizes it might encounter. So you might need to squeeze it or you might need to stretch it. Here's how you do that. So we'll get these just tight enough that the rack stands up and we can get it level. If you want to go really extra, you can use an actual level. I'll just go by eyeball. Now we'll grab our struts and our screws for the top mounting points. We're going to slide the struts into the mounting hardware, still pretty loose, and then we will get our mounting screw for the frame, also in there pretty loose. Now we'll tighten up our seat stay mounting bolts, and things might smush and bend a little bit into place as you do that, which is good. And at this point, you're going to want to double check that it's nice and level. Also, double check that it's centered over the tire. And once that all looks good, we're going to take a wrench and tighten up the strut mounting nuts. When I'm doing this, I go snug, 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 snug. Get everything snug before I really tighten it up. You'll notice things kind of shift into place on their own as you snug them up, and then you'll do your final tighten. Okay, look at that. It looks like a bike rack, but we have these long struts sticking out, so we're gonna trim the struts next. I use this pointy scribe I made to mark a little line on the strut where I want to cut it. If you're planning on using your rack with different bikes or scared to commit to a length, you can keep a centimeter extra on there. I'm gonna cut this one nearly flush. That's sort of your call to make. Okay, so you could also use a piece of tape or a silver Sharpie paint pen. Those all work well. Okay, now we have to get the struts off to trim them, so we'll do that quickly. So here we can see the mark I made. The nice thing about the rack is that it's symmetrical, so we cut them both to the same length. There are lots of ways to cut these. Today, we're going to use a hacksaw. I like to clean these up on the belt sander because I have one of those, but if you don't, a file also works great. All right, we have our struts trimmed, and now it's time to do our final assembly. This is also when I like to put a little blue Loctite on the mounting nuts. I don't think it's totally necessary, but gives me peace of mind. Boop, boop. That's it, your rack is all installed and you're ready to carry your stuff.